board. So without further ado, let's hop onto my computer. So here on my screen, there are two very important data points. One is that e-learning sales reached over $253 billion in 2021, and e-commerce as a whole reaching close to $5 trillion with a T dollars in 2021. And I'm telling you this for two reasons. Number one is because e-commerce is the method that we're actually using to build these businesses. We are selling things on the internet. And number two is because the most profitable digital products fall under the e-learning categories in these four niches: health, wealth, relationships, and happiness. Now, there are infinite sub-niches under each of these, which we're going to be getting into here throughout this curriculum on how you can create valuable products under each one of these and sell them as profitable products online. And this right here is the typical physical product dropshipping business model that you may have heard of or even tried to do before. And I'm not going to completely hate on it because I have done it in the past. That's how I started my first online e-commerce business. But the reality of it is that you can't really get too far without encountering a lot of issues. So for an example here, I put this phone case. So let's say we were going to dropship this product from overseas, and from our supplier, it's going to cost us $5 shipped. And we could list it on our store for something like $15. And with that, there is a 66% gross profit margin. So a gross profit margin is just essentially the profit margin before any type of fees, ad spend, etc. And some of the biggest reasons why I stopped dropshipping physical products from China and why I don't like doing it is because of one, the long shipping times. That's probably the biggest factor, especially right now in the world with all the havoc and delays and lots of things that just prevent efficient shipping. And the second point being saturated products, because literally everyone and their mother in the space is trying to sell the same exact product with the same exact marketing angle, and it's just not going to work out like that. And three, unhappy customers. When you have long shipping times and a product that's quality is just not really up to par, you're going to have issues like chargebacks and your ad accounts being disabled. And when you have things like chargebacks, that causes you to have payment processor issues. So having unhappy customers is not something you want to deal with. And four being razor thin margins. Welcome back to Digital Dropshipping Mastery. Inside of this video right now, we're going to go through exactly how to choose a winning niche. So let's get started. So choosing the right niche for your own digital dropshipping brand is done through a simple 5-step process, and we're going to do it together limited right now when it comes down to shipping. Contrary to typical business recommendations, you can't ship them to everywhere in the world typically, unless you want to pay astronomical prices to ship it somewhere that you usually can't. Now, the digital product dropshipping model is completely different. Welcome back to Digital Dropshipping Mastery. Inside of this video right now, we're going to go through exactly how to choose a winning niche. So let's get started. So choosing the right niche for your own digital dropshipping brand is done through a simple 5-step process, and we're going to do it together right now. So contrary to typical business recommendations, we're going to actually start off by identifying your existing experience. So what I want you to do right now is go ahead and list out 5 activities that you are already experienced in or have some type of passion for. And this can be literally anything. I don't even care if it's fishing, setting up buildings, I don't know. Literally anything. So get a notepad out or your phone and list out 5 things right now that you are already experienced in or have passion in. And now that you've done that, my examples that I put right here are 1, making art, 2, running long distances, 3, trading stocks, 4, meditating, and 5, editing content. Now, these are just examples. I can't say that I like to run long distances, but you should now have a list similar to this with your own activities that you are experienced in or have a passion in. And if you're like, Tanner, I don't have any passions, I don't have anything I'm interested in that I could put on here. Okay, then just list out 5 random things, or you can copy mine. Now, after you have your list, what I want you to do is list out and identify the biggest problems to becoming proficient in whatever activity you listed. So I went ahead and did this for my examples, and one, making art. What was the biggest problem in my head that I see to becoming proficient in art? And I said that it takes a long time to practice